will add to the mix come August.
Johnson set to throw on 1st and 10, gets rid of it, wide open, Boutte there again. Breaks a tackle, makes another man miss. Kayshon Boutte.
Find the pocket. Really good with his eyes and his feet. Keeps his eyes downfield, finds Boutte. Now this is, you hear this offense, this Joe Brady offense, new offensive coordinator Jake.
Without giving up any points. First team offense against first team defense. First big test on 4th down, and the defense wins it. Great play.
Quarterbacks and getting the number 2 slot today. Again, still competing. No decisions been made. A great strike over the middle there.
Yeah, Johnson getting the first snaps with the first team. Plenty of room to run here. Tyron Davis-Price with a burst of speed.
Entire front 7 on defense, particularly the front 4, all back. All right, and a little bit of a revamped secondary that features really good players that you can't duplicate the locker room. So you got to start that over. And I think that started with a down year in the fall last year as TJ Finley gets picked off here. But I think that started last year when things were going well as to why this team's getting back to having that strong chemistry.
Read Finley's eyes here.
Well, the sophomore's playing safety, and it's an area that needs to be addressed in spring football.
Instead, he's going against an SEC defense. Clean pocket, great throw for Nussmeier, and he picks up the first down on a 3rd and 4.
I just saw from Garrett Nussmeier, I mean, he's up to 210 pounds now, but he needed a pro like Joe Burrow to show him what it takes to really be the starting quarterback at LSU, and that's not what he was when he arrived on campus.
On what's next and keep it going.
Yeah, no doubt, Larisha, no doubt about it.
Clean pocket here, steps up, throws a strike. Kayshon Boutte climbs the ladder.
6 foot at LSU. They can all run, got long arms. Man, you just don't find those guys standing on every street corner. So far, the kicking game's looked good today, too, Jerry.
Yeah, Cade York already hit a 50-yarder. He adds a 40.
Is the offensive coordinator. He wasn't coming into the situation completely unaware of the talent pool at LSU.
Intercepted. Nussmeier tried to sling it over the middle. Against his second team offense.
Yeah, over the middle here, and he
national championship team. We didn't see a lot of it on the field in 2020. Chase was an opt-out, but who else do you expect to hear their name called that wore a Tiger?
Called pretty early on day 2. And then you can go all the way through the draft and they're going to have players. I think Jacoby Stevens is an interesting guy with his 42-inch vertical jump in 10.
We got to find something wrong with all of them. And I think the intriguing thing about Mac Jones is the thing we want to find wrong about him is it isn't overly accurate. I don't know. That's for the NFL guys to do. But there's so much to dissect. When you're talking about a guy, touchdowns to 3 interceptions a year ago, he's got to stay healthy. If he does, you know, with this offense back in kind of that joke to say we're not talking about Miles Brennan throwing for 4,800 yards and 47 touchdowns in the fall.
He faked the spike, unloads a deep ball. Brennan for the touchdown. Finds Kayshon Boutte for the first touchdown of the day, and it comes off a fake spike. He fooled his own defense there, Tom.
What are you going to spike? That doesn't do you any good. Let's go ahead and throw it downfield. Again, he looks left, keeps any safety danger away, has been as advertised today. He's been really, really good every time they've gone to him. Again, the got to be able to instill trust in the coaching staff that you're the guy that can get the job done.
Clean pocket for Finley, delivers a strike to John.
Has really been helping me to be great. When I first met him, I told him that I want to be great. And ever since then, he's been pushing me to take that next step. And he says that Damone sees the improvements within himself.
Face, navigating the pocket, trusting what's in front of you. That's just an innate sense of instincts that Max Jones darn near impossible to accomplish. So they've got that right now. And I say that in terms of talent. I look at physical ability.
Of Mark Richt. His father, Brad, played 15 years in the NFL, won a Super Bowl with Tampa Bay. Quarterback keeper. This is just unfair. You can't hit the guy. That's a free first down for Max. And 172 pounds. He's yet to hit a college weight room, whereas Finley's 242, Johnson's 220, Brennan's 210. What's great about Nussmeier is that plenty of time again for Johnson, and he's right on the money on this drive. 3 straight completions, 2 of them to John Trey Kirkland, and that one for a touchdown.
It's really smooth and in rhythm. Look at Max just dropped this one right there. And again, does he have to make an adjustment? Nope. Walks and runs.
3:13 to go in the third quarter.
Actually helped in this setting to be able to just wing it, as we see a big run right here.
They heard you. The running back room, it is thin, but they do.
Again, try and establish some more playmakers, get some kids some more catches, more reps. Coming off the hash here, which ends up double teaming Kayshon Boutte, who's been kind of their go-to returning veteran, just makes a play on the football. That's
number 1 corner on a lot of NFL teams' draft boards a year from now.
Oh, there's no question about it, and it's all up to him. He can think turnovers hurt you because it becomes the lasting impression of the 15 days, but it's 1/15th of the puzzle, right? And everything. I can remember when I transferred to Georgia Tech, I was in the middle of a quarterback battle. You're seeing a lot of coaches make a shift to this in our landscape over the last 12 to 15 to 18 months.
And I think it's a great way to just allow him to have his players to have a voice and truly.
The fit for you here, but if you want over to this spot, you can find a way to get onto the field. And I think the kids that are open to that and that see the big picture, that make smart decisions, has a chance to compete yet. So the kids that do and that are willing to listen and be coached and be open to different options, they're ahead of the curve. Maybe you're not mature enough to make that decision and sit back and look at it through a different lens. And I hope as a result that we don't see a bunch of young players within their first calendar year of being on campus all of a sudden decide that they don't want to be there anymore.
We're getting another look at the early enrollee, true freshman Garrett.
And then Armani Goodwin, the running back, really, really good player. One that is, we see an interception here. First mistake from the young freshman.
Yeah, Nussmeier threw it right into the hands of Jared Small, who's had a terrific day today. He leads the team. Just right place, right time on this one.
Yeah, and again, a young freshman doesn't see the underneath linebacker. He thinks he's got the one-on-one on the slant to the inside. And again, great teaching points here, time acclimating and being the impact player he was expected to be early. I don't think that's going to be the case with number 0.
Roy coming strong again. This defensive line is feasting. 2s and 3s, getting them meaningful reps. So you got Jaquelin Roy, who's a veteran, going against a redshirt freshman, and Marcus Dumerville creating the sack there. Preston Stafford in for that 2019 national championship team, did that in 2017. And then, boom, stayed together, continued to get better. You throw a Joe Burrow into the mix, and you end up as national champions. And he says, who knows?
19. And now, with the offseason we had, with the on-field performance we had in 2020, we have plenty of work to do and plenty of evidence that you can't return the same locker room. That's new each and every year. And I think that's one of the things, as you referenced, Coach likes this team. He likes their hunger, likes their edge.
A unit that impressed you most today?
Thought the receivers came up because they knew they had to. I think that everybody's been talking about who's going to replace this guy, who's going to replace that guy. If I'm a white, but I think this is a good start and a good end to 15 days of spring football.
It's so funny, and you're the expert, and I ask you, and your opinion is the only one that matters. I would have actually told you the secondary. I thought McLaughlin and Jay Ward looked really.
That's going to be scheme-based, their new approach, keeping it simple, letting them play fast, kids not being confused and thinking. So again, and you know what? While we're having this discussion about areas that have been addressed or still need to be addressed, Garrett Nussmeier, and I want to point this out, throws an interception a game, short memory, marches him right down the field with the poise, keeps his eyes downfield, boom, unleashes it, touchdown. As a coach, I'm Jake Peets. I've learned something about that guy right there. And we threw him out there. He just had an interception. What's he going to do? How's he going to respond? Those are things you'll love to see if you're a coach.
Offensive and defensive coordinators and Jake Peets and Durante Jones, Fair, and Ed Orgeron's system. But I'll tell you what, Tom, plenty of fun. Great to see fans back in Tiger Stadium, and we saw some flashes of a team that hopes to return to their 2019 glory.